Check it out, this is my 1995 Mitsubishi Pajero, and I've sort of slowly turned it into an overland camping slash expedition. Slowly turned it into sort of expedition camping car. I haven't been out in it that many times because the cylinder head has went pop, so that's the next job needs done. But I thought I'd give you a walk around tour of it, show you the things I've made inside it, the tent box that we've put on top, and the storage and roof rack and all that sort of stuff. So let's get into it. Just show you in the cab here first. This is a 1995 Exceed model, so it has leather seats, sunroof, aircon, which obviously doesn't work, electric heated mirrors, electric seats, well, just for the driver, heated seats, front and passenger, driver, heated seats, driver and passenger, which actually do work unlike every other Range Rover of this year. It is an automatic with the Super Select 4-wheel drive system, which means you can change into 4-wheel drive while you're moving up to about 60 miles an hour. Bit of these for the kids. It is a bit colder than usual here. It's actually it's about -3 right now, but it was -5 last night, which is quite cold for Northern Ireland. There's just some pegs and stuff and poles for the tent and some extra bags, storage in there. These door pockets aren't very big in these old cars, which is a bit annoying, but just have a toolbox. Always need one of those if you drive a car older than 4 years old. So on the roof we've got the Tentbox awning, we've got the Tentbox Light XL, I've got two extra storage boxes up here. These do work, although they're not wired in yet. These were quite expensive, but they fit the front of this roof rack quite nicely, which is what I wanted. I had to modify here, had to shorten these pieces down so that the tent, it finished in front of the tent, but it works well. Have the snorkel in case we want to go paddling, although the airbox is here in this car, so if you really need a snorkel you're gonna have some wet feet. We'll have a trasheroo on the back, which actually is really useful for putting in some random things that you use every now and then. Kind of wish it was black, but that's just the colour it is. These wee LED lights still work, and they've been coming on every night. I would like to fit some bars along here so that I can stand on them to get up there, because it's quite high, just over 6 foot, and it's right up there. Okay, into the back. So I kitted the back of this out, just made this all sort of from my own design. It's made out of probably wood that's too heavy, but this is what I had. It's actually like a plastic coated plywood, and I just painted it black, which is why you can see the paint is scraped off. But in here, just have that hung there. I'd like to do some kind of storage along here, maybe. I had a drop down table here, but it will interfere with these drawers, so I took it off. Just have some box storage that can be easily lifted out. So in the back here, this is just a 240 volt fridge. 12 volt ones are quite expensive. And I have an inverter here, which I'll get to in a minute. So we have two drawers. They're full length, they go to there. I made them with these tops on them. So these can be used as a work surface, but if you want into the drawer, just slide that back and you get all that space in here. Same on this side. This one's a bit tighter. This is just all our sort of camping stuff. There's a wee stove in here and bowls and stuff, which is quite useful because if there's stuff in here, you can take the drawers out. Say you want something out of one drawer, take it out in that drawer, you know, it's good. Leave them sort of that angle, stand and work at this one. So we made this so it folds down flat. It's on 2 hinges here. It means if you put a full length air bed in here, socket set actually acts as a support leg for that, which is accidental but quite useful. There isn't a whole lot of space to work with in one of these cars whenever you're trying to bring passengers, so I've put the electrics in between the rear seats and the drawer pack. This is a 3000 watt inverter. That is just a normal car battery. I haven't put a leisure battery in this yet. We have a split charge relay onto the front, fuse box. This is a 240 volt outlet, just where it's easy to reach when the seats are down. I fitted these for the kids in the back. So these are power points, just they can charge things on these. So there's a cigarette lighter and a USB. One on the other side as well. So these are 12 volt, powered off the battery. The socket down there is obviously 240 volt, powered off the inverter. That's a small charger I have just set in there. We used that on our last trip and I have yet to change that fuse. This is the cable. This is a charging cable that runs up to the front batteries to charge your leisure battery through the split charge. This is a rear 240 volt outlet that I have the fridge plugged into, and this is another small panel here with a cigarette socket, 2 USB sockets, and when you turn this on, that gives you the voltage of the leisure battery, which is 12.5 right now. And if we start the engine, now we're back down to leisure battery voltage, which is 12.7, and it'll probably drop slightly. In here, these just fold out wings. There's just a recovery strap, jump leads, a few tools, and some of the wiring for the sockets. On this side I have a water outlet and a switch for a pump. The wee pump's there, and a filter for the pump, but I'm going to say that pump okay, I think that pump's frozen, so I'm just gonna have to trust me on that puts water out of this hose, which it does. The water tank is here. I managed to find this online and it's quite a tight fit in there, which is good. there's this outlet hose running across. It's kind of, oh yeah, I think that's frozen. Yep, ice in there. Anyway, I think this is about 30 litres, 20 litres, something like that. When I was putting this fitting in down here, my youngest son put a screwdriver through it up here, which I wasn't too happy about. Alright, that's enough about the inside. Let's get this tent up and show you the awning as well. That's slippy. How cool is this? Just have some air beds there. Mattress is 50mm. So these all open hatches, and there's like fly nets on the inside. Not that there'll be too many flies right now. This rolls down as well with another one here. So that's really it. I do have the awning room for this, which goes on here and like clips over the top, but that takes a while to put up. I'll put a picture in of it with it on. This is a lot bigger than I remember. You can get walls for these, which would be quite useful, but you would really want to make sure there's not going to be any wind. What size is this? 2 meters by 2.5. 1, 2. Yeah, I'd say that's 2.5 by 2. Thanks for watching that one. I want to get this into the workshop now and get the cylinder head off, and then we can start using it again when the weather warms up. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.